Hello, and welcome to our tutorial series on building a roguelike deck building card game in Unity. I'm Sinuous, and I'll be guiding you through the process of creating your very own card game from scratch. In this series, we'll cover everything from setting up card databases to implementing game mechanics and UI design. If you're new to game development, this series will provide you with the tools and knowledge you need to create an engaging and fun deck building game. If you are absolutely brand new and this is your first time creating anything in Unity, I would recommend that you take a moment and go watch our Unity beginner tutorial. That will set you up for all the basics that you need for working inside of Unity, installing Unity, getting a script editor, and understanding some basic terminology and what the different windows do, everything along that line. In today's tutorial, we're starting at the foundation of any card game, the card database. We'll learn how to create a card database in Unity using serialized scriptable objects. This method offers a flexible and robust way to manage a game's data, and it's easily expandable and easily modified. So that's why I like to use these scriptable objects like this, because it's really easy to work with for me. And it's how I recommend anyone who's doing something along these lines to develop their own game. Now, this is going to work great whenever your, card data is going to be, like, your number of cards is going to be, like, less than, like, 500 or something along those lines. Once you start getting up to a really high number of cards, you're going to want to look into different ways of storing a database because you want to save that, space for other assets and other things along those lines, because with that many cards, you're going to have a lot of, images most likely. So you're going to want to look into a different way to store this data. So by the end of this video, you'll know how to create objects with properties like name, types, health, range of damage, and a sprite asset. So let's get started. So we have a brand new project here. I'm using the 2D templates when creating the game. And I misspelled the name of the project up there, tutorial project. I'll have to go back and fix that later. So yeah, the brand new project, nothing's been done to it so far at all. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that my preferences are set correct for my code editor. And then I'm going to, right off the bat, make a folder, and I'm going to name this scripts. And then I'm going to make another folder. I've named this card data. All right, in our scripts folder here, we're going to make a single script, and we're just going to name it card. Now we're going to open up the card script. You can see here we've got the default template that Unity uses for new scripts. And we're going to make a lot of changes to this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to delete everything that's in here. We don't need any of that. We will not be inheriting from mono behavior. And we are going to go ahead and make our own namespace here. Actually, we're just going to delete everything. Just make our own namespace. Now, you can name this whatever you want. I'm going to name it Sinuous Productions. And this is not 100% a requirement, but I'm using a namespace so I can keep everything well organized and well structured within my project whenever it comes to what different attributes and variables and functions are stored and how to easily reference certain methods. So the very first thing we're going to do is we are going to make our class. We're going to go public class card. And this is going to inherit from scriptable object. Okay. All right. So first thing we want to do is we want to define the type of data we want to store in our card database. So we're going to, first we want to have a public, which means that it can be seen by anything, string, which means it's going to be a combination of letters instead of some kind of number. And we're going to name it card name. Next, we have a public. And we're going to come back and kind of talk a bit more about this. Well, we're just going to call this card type. This is a class this is something we haven't defined yet, but we're going to define it. Public card types, card type, card type. And it's going to be public integer health, public integer damage min, public integer damage max, and then finally public, again this isn't defined yet, but we will define it, damage type, damage type. Okay, so int stands for integer. It means that it does not have a decimal point on it. And then, you know, a string, like I said, is a string of characters instead of a number. It can be a number, but, you know, you got to put the parentheses around it to denote it as a string. So yeah, next we're going to talk about how we define these card type and damage types. So these are going to be enumerators. That just means that they're going to be a list of options that they can choose for. Public enum, that's short for enumerator. And we're going to name it card type. Okay, and inside this public enumerator, we have the options of fire, earth, spell that wrong, earth, water, dark, light, air. Now these can be whatever you want. This is just what I'm setting in here for now. Like I said, they can be literally whatever you want. This is just the types that I want to go with this tutorial series. Okay. Then public enumerator damage type. And we're going to do the same thing down here. Okay, so we're going to save that script. One thing that I did forget is that up at the top, we need to add a way for us to make this card data in the Unity editor. So to do that, we're going to open bracket, create asset menu. So when you right-click in the project folder and you have the list of things that you can make under create, that's what we're talking about here. And then the file name, the name of the file is going to be new card. And we're doing parentheses because this is a string. Then we're name the menu. Menu name is going to be card. All right, let's save that again. Now let's go back into our game here. Let it compile, and underneath card data, we're going to right-click, create. You see up here at the top, we have card. We're going to name this card Billy. You want to make sure that you name it distinctly here. Okay, because you want to have, because they need to have different names. You can see here it's already referencing our card script. Okay, so we're gonna do Billy as a name. Billy is going to be a water type. His health is going to be 5. His maximum damage, or his minimum damage, is going to be 3. His max damage is going to be 6. And his damage type is also going to be water. Alright, so we've got Billy in here, and we can make however many cards we want. So I am going to go ahead and speed through this, and I'm going to make a few more additional cards. You can follow along if you want, or just make your own cards. Okay, so what I've done here is I've gone ahead and I've made at least one card for each element type. But I have decided that I actually might want to combine element types, let them have the option of having more than one. So we're going to go back into our script and make some changes. Okay, let's go back into our card script. And the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure we're actually going to be using this one right here, this namespace here, in what we're going to be doing next. So we're going to make a pretty simple change, actually. We don't have to change a whole lot. We're going to do list. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing down here. Okay, and then we go back over here. Take a look at our card data. So now we've got everything in here like this. We click this drop down. Now we have lists for damage type and card type. So this way we can actually have them be more than one of both, or just one damage type. So I'm going to speed this up real quick, and I'm going to go through and add in the elements for these other cards. Okay, excellent. So now that we've done that, what I want you to do is I want you to make 12 more card entries. You can have them be whatever you want. And I also want you to go back into our card script, and I want you to figure out how to add an entry for our data that permits you to assign a sprite to the card data. Okay? Now remember, all these start with public, so whatever you do on here, these other variables that you make, and we're going to name that variable card sprite, okay, that variable needs to be public when you do it on here, okay? I'm going to have this added in our next video, so if you're having trouble with it, you can just take a look at the script in the next video. Thank you so much for joining us for this tutorial series. In the next video, we're going to start going over how to set up a basic scene, and we're going to go over starting to create our hand in a way. All right, that's going to be it for now, and thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful day.